Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, it's Alex here. I'm just down in the boiler area here with the wood chip boiler, and over the weekend it was giving some problems. It's still kicking out kind of undigested chip in a sort of burning format. We slowed down the feeding because it had been put up a little bit too high, so I put it down to 20 seconds per minute as opposed to 26. I thought that cured it, but it didn't. And just having a look inside there, I noticed that one of the bricks is out of place, so I'll probably try and get that put into place. But it was all smoking out, and I'll just show you a little photo of that. And also what it's done, I don't know whether you see on the floor, it's just chucked loads of fine ash everywhere. So she obviously isn't very happy at the moment, and we'll just have to try and, maybe that brick work in there might be blocking up some of the flues or something, I don't know. But I'll fiddle around with it and see what we can do. Okay, cheers. Up in the wood yard now. We've got friends sporting the new kit. Looks nice, I think. Just doing some softwood, because that still seems to be going quite well. Still got a nice pile of dried logs. Very dirty, so we've got the bars inside now and just cleaning. That's our clean pile. A lot of pizza logs and what have you. That can go back to the chipper. Maybe need to shovel out some more of that and just get the rest of this cleaned up, really. So yeah, always nice to see the pile going down at this time of year. Got a few chopping blocks there. We've got a nice pile of chip. Chipped all the logs that we had over the weekend. So that's like good few loads there, and just the rest of this is for processing now. Getting some more dried wood back in the store. Gosh, this is dried but it's still steaming a little bit. This is all the log chip we've had. That's just a bit of that chip that we were chipping up last week, which is the oversize. Feels alright to the touch, so yeah, not quite sure what's happening there. It's a bit rough this, but this is what's come out through our own chipping of our own hardwood. So yeah. Now, this is something we've got to have a look at, this bucket here. This bucket here is very heavy. It's capacity 5 cubes. You can actually do 6 when it's loaded up fully. But there's a bit of a problem with it because the weight is about 1.5 tons on this. There it is, 1.4. And it's just putting too much strain on this machine, or what I should say, it's putting too much strain on the machine down in the AD plant, which has knocked its wear pads out twice. So I'm going to get a smaller bucket than this, because when it hits into the heat, you can really see it vibrates the machine, and this really wants to be a 6-ton lift with that bucket. Instead, we're just on the 4 tons. So just got to be sensible. I'm not quite sure what to do with the bucket. Might well just put that on Facebook or something, see if I can get a bit of money back for it. It's a great bucket, but oops, there's a big piece of wood there, bloody hell. It's not what we want to see. So yeah, there we are, guys. Not many crates left with all the logs going out. What have we got? Yeah, 4 crates of birch. Something interesting, I'll put this in the fire and it really burns well, this bark. Anyway, here we are. So here's our other bucket, guys, which is a 3086. It's 3.19 and 3.67 cubes. You could actually argue it's probably a little bit heavy, a little bit too big for the maize that we stick in. Because when we get, you know, a load of that maize, it certainly really feels it in the bucket. So there's a point to be argued that, you know, maybe we swap buckets, get a slightly smaller one for down here and use that in the wood chip bit. So yeah, that might be what we do, I think. All right, guys, I'm just at Oliver's yard. I'm just going to take a look at a few buckets that they've got here. They've got a couple of cherry buckets up there, so I'm just going to look at the size and yeah, see if they might do a job for us, really. Got a nice machine here. Let's see if I can get in with the key. Paint those on these. That's a 560/80. Wouldn't mind one of those one day. Let's see how this combine looks like. Yeah, 17 plate. Sweet bit of kit. Okay guys, I just spoke to the guy who's been helping me on this boiler, and I showed him that one of the bricks in here is out of the place, the fire pit bricks. So we've got to take off this front plate here, and then I can get to it and try and rearrange it, because it's in a hexagonal structure there, and they all have to sort of knit together basically. So that might have been a problem that's throwing out all these sort of error codes. Maybe it got slightly blocked up. The other things we reckon is just around the back, possibly. But these fans that pull it through, maybe they stop working. So yeah, we shall see. Oh, look at that, all covered. Blimey. Yeah, I think just spoke to another friend who's got one of these, and he says, yeah, they are a constant bit of a problem, these boilers. Which is funny, really, because you would have thought, you know, like they've been running for 10, 15, 20 years or whatever now. Surely someone must have got this all sorted, but there you are, never mind. Right, that's the front off, and you can see there's quite a few bricks out of place, so yeah, who knows, maybe that did it. So there's all the bricks out, or half of them I should say. I'm just giving it a little bit of a brush out. I'll try and start trying to put them back in place. Like the rest of them, they look okay, so not too bad. So I just got the Hoover out because it was well dusty in there, and yeah, it's a lot cleaner now. I can hopefully try and get these bricks back in like that side, all around here. Not quite sure how they completely fit on that ring, but yeah, let's give it a go. Okay guys, I've put the blocks back in. You can see them there. It's quite difficult actually to get them all meshing together. I hope I've done it right. We shall see. Got a fair amount of soot, so you've really got to stick your head in there, and you get kind of quite well covered in it, so it's going to be a nice shower tonight when it comes. Here we are. Hopefully I've done it right. A bit gappy at the back maybe. It's just difficult to reach those back ones to put them in place, but hopefully that's it. So guys, so she's back running. You can just hear the auger taking in the ship there. That's not running there, but hopefully the door here. That's all pretty sweet. The blocks look pretty good. Yeah. I'll just leave that little front hole there for the moment, which is over there. Obviously the boiler temperature is pretty cold. There are two fans at the back there, just sucking the air up. I can feel it's all hot. It seems to be working all right. So I'm going to leave it on for a bit and see what happens. That's pulling in air. The other side's pulling in air, right? So yeah, it all seems okay. Okay, so we just made a little frame here for the vibrator unit that we're going to put on our feeder, our hippo feeder. So that will flip 90 degrees. The vibrator will sit on that, and that will be bolted onto the hippo. So hopefully we're going to put that in tomorrow. In other news, the farm's just redoing a trailer. They've done a nice job of painting all these wheels up. They bought an old loader, or I don't know, flatbed, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, they're just painting it outside now. It's going to look very professional when it's all done. Had to strip everything back, put on new bolts, take all the tyres off. Yeah, quite a project, but there you go. Took all the wood off. They're going to put new wood on, sanded it all down. Very nice. Okay guys, I'm just back up here at night, having a look at the screen. Everything seems to be working. So, big question is, do I leave it on overnight? Can't really see inside that bin there. It doesn't look like any chip has come out. So I don't think it's done a clean or anything. It's running okay, quite nicely. And if you can see, it's sort of Probably can't see it's on a bit. There we are, guys, taking a bit of the wood chip bunker in, so it seems to be running okay. We're all ready for a kiln change the next couple of days. So we're looking here. Yeah, it's done a little clean, hasn't it? Seems to have pretty much burnt most of it up. We've got a bit of water in the bottom too. I might just spread that around so that it goes all right. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bit of heat in that. Just slightly spread that across to get the water into it. So, yeah, a little bit funny. I'll go and have a look at the unit there outside. So guys, it's still chucking out the hot ash. This is the morning time. Yes, it's pretty screwed. Let's have a look in here, see what's happening. It's burnt up its chip, so it's worked hard. Have a look, see if I can see the fire pit. 71, so it's actually doing really well. Oh yeah, Richie just put a little bucket down there with kind of a load of cold water in it. Let's just have a quick look in the fire bay. Oh yeah, look at that. Burning nicely, actually. See all the bricks, I think, are in place. So to be fair, it's doing its job. It just seems to be kicking it out too soon. I'm going to slow down the air on it just to send the air back a little warmer. Hopefully that will mean it doesn't have to work quite so hard. Let's go around the corner. It's doing a good job steaming off. Just taking out the crates out the kiln. About maybe 47, see if that's any effect. Seems to have tripped it, but it's come back on running again, so that's good. So guys, I'm just down here at the bottom kiln. Our bin again, as I said, was full, but I put a little dustbin on here just so it's a little bit easier to see, and I'll show you what's happening. There we are. It's almost like, it's warm in here, and it's almost like a piece of charcoal. I think I could put that, save all this and have a barbecue with it. It's quite kind of weird. So yeah, it's just definitely not fully combusting, but yeah, very good for the fields, that is. Biochar. So we've just got Shenton's here doing an oil change on the engine, it looks like. We'll find out what's happening. Yeah, looks like CSP2 is being on down. Right, here they are. Right guys, so I'm just going to have a think about this. It seems to be forming charcoal, so I'm going to actually up the blowers into it. I've upped the blower taking the exhaust out, so I'm just going to try and up the air going in. Okay, so here are the side vents. I'm going to try and boost up the air going in. It's definitely coming out. It's just not getting enough oxygen, so that's why I think it's forming the charcoal. I boosted up those at the back. They're at about 90%. So we should be getting a nice good draw now happening. So come to the front, press the parameter, combustion, so 30 at the moment, so I'll put it up to 50. And we'll go from there, see if that makes any difference. So we just got Barry and Richard there putting in the vibrator unit into the Hippo. We'll go over and take a look, see how they're getting on. Okay guys, so we're just dropping a load of digestate down here. We've got a walking floor coming in tomorrow, so it's for our soil making plant over at Kettering, and if they just heat that all up, that should be a walking floor there for him tomorrow. pretty heavy stuff into these trailers. There's about 10 tons worth there, so I think we've got a good 2.5 trailers. So there she is, Diashi again. It's causing a right fucking mess in here. Oh dear me. Really chucking it out. I have to get a bigger bin than this one. I've not got myself sorted yet. Yeah, so that's the problem. It's still coming out unburnt really, so just needs to hold in the chamber for longer. I've got the fans up as high as possible. I've got these pretty high. We're on 60%, so yeah, not sure what the thing is here. There we are. Seems like it's trying to get rid of the ash, but again, it's sort of chucking out more smoke front side, but it seems to be coming out the back. So I'm just going to chuck a whole load more chip out now, and yeah, that's the last effort. Funny old thing, because the fire's gone out, and yeah, it's not having much joy restarting. I think those blocks have got moved inside again, and that's causing a problem. Okay guys, the lads have put the vibrator unit on there. There's a switch here. There's also a switch in the building over there, so I can have it on a timed cycle. But I'll just switch it on now to show you what it looks like. As you can see, that was quite aggressive, but we can take weights out either end, because there's a series of weights, so we can make it a lot less violent than that. That said, even though we put this in and spent a bit of time, I haven't had any problems with bridging. The other year it was bridging all the time with silage, especially maize silage. The barley was good as gold, but the maize was just bridging, and then we'd come back and hadn't fed, and then the engines would be going down, etc. So it's there. We can use it when we want. I think it'll be all right for a while, because we're just starting to get into the maize silage back down there. But it's nice to have that just as a little emergency. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that update, and we'll catch you next time.